What was your first impression? Do you remember first meeting Alan and Nathan?
I remember my first impression. I think I stood there in the office, or the production office, and everybody's pictures were up, the headshots. So I sat there and I sort of studied each one. I recognized you, Alan.
Yeah.
Because I think I had just seen you in that Sandra Bullock movie, 28
Days, yeah.
28 Days. Yeah. Yeah, Nathan, I didn't know who you were.
That's fair. Nobody knew who I was.
Once we were spacemen. I tend to play weird people, usually aliens and robots and things that don't have romance.
I once didn't get a job where they were looking for a Nathan Fillion type. Once we were spacemen.
Once we were spacemen.
And welcome to another episode of Once We Were Spacemen with Alan Tudyk and Nathan Fillion, because once we were spacemen. And we are here with another once was one spaceman from the same ship that once we were on. It's Sean Maher, also known as whenever we did our promo.
Sean Maher.
Sean Maher.
Sean Maher. Thank you very much for joining us. Good to see you, Sean.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.
Sean, how many times have you been asked about Firefly and your experiences on it?
Wow. I don't know.
I mean, it has proliferated through your life. This is where we all met, by the way. Of course, if you don't know, we're out there. Sean was, member of the cast. I'm sure you all know.
Sean and I we almost met once in New York because he was in New York. Yeah, because you went to Tisch.
Yes, at the same. We were all in New York at the same time.
Right.
Yes.
So we almost met. Juilliard used to do the New York NYU Tisch graduate acting program, and the Juilliard actors, we'd rumble. I don't know if you guys know that. There's a big rival. We'd throw down over by the meatpacking district. Usually,
was it like dance numbers in the streets, like West Side Story?
Kicking over trash cans.
Yeah, totally.
And then a lot of guys were hooking up. There's a lot of people just hooking up across the board. It would start out a lot of fists flying, a lot of like vocalizing, a lot of enunciation, and then
mirroring, and then hugs.
Yeah, and then those hugs could just escalate.
Of course, like obviously, I'm a homosexual. And so, yeah. I'm so glad I had this platform.
You finally came out to us. We had to hear it through the grapevine. I thought, I heard about it when I was watching the Playboy series that you were playing a homosexual, and you came out yourself during that same time. Is that true?
That was 2011.
Yeah. 2012.
So
maybe?
I had to get it from secondhand news from Playboy.
Wait,
I expected you to call me personally and say, Alan, I need to come out to you.
I'm a Mo.
That would have been an awkward conversation. Okay.
And you didn't know.
Let's start at the beginning. Alan told me once about his first impression meeting me. What was your first impression? Do you remember first meeting Alan and Nathan?
I remember my first impression. I think I stood there in the office, or the production office, and everybody's pictures were up, the headshots. So I sat there and I sort of studied each one. I recognized you, Alan.
Yeah.
Because I think I had just seen you in that Sandra Bullock movie, 28
Days, yeah.
28 Days, yeah. Yeah, Nathan, I didn't know who you were.
That's fair. Nobody knew who I was.
It all happened so fast. I think everybody's got a different experience for how this came to be, but mine was fast. And the next thing I knew, I was sort of like at the production office, like getting stuff. And I hadn't even read the script.
I didn't get a script until we all read it. Yeah. Well, when I first met, I thought I was meeting the captain. Everybody was walking in the room for that first read through, and I was like, cool. I can tell she's she's going to be that character. Great. But you walked in, and I was like, oh, shit. He's not the captain. He doesn't look like a captain. He's just not. I mean, he's good looking. There's just something. I don't know. I can't put a finger on it. There's something missing.
He's gay.
He's gay. And you came up and you're like, hey, I'm Sean. And I was like, cool. Hey, man. Great. And you're like, I'm playing the doctor. I was like, oh, perfect. Perfect. You are the doctor. You look like the doctor. That's exactly what you are. You're the doctor. So I first mistook you for the captain. And then once Tag Pants over here walked in, I was like, yeah, that's the captain.
I remember looking at you going, well, this is clearly like the good looking guy on the show. This is like the man meat. This is the eye candy. You had very sharp, very sculpted features. You've always been very tight and fit. And your posture is always excellent. And I'm like, that guy, that's the guy. He's going to sell the show.
Tight piece of man meat. Nathan
Tight
always refers to you that way. Behind your back. I'm glad he's finally in front of you.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting on the tattoo of your face on my butt. Sean.
Yeah.
If I had to say your best friend from Firefly, I would say Jewel Staite. How often do you talk to her?
First of all, I've got to get over the fact that it's not me. I just thought it was me. So I'm hearing this, but I'm seeing the blues. You're right. They are much closer.
We text, I would say, almost every day.
What? Wow.
We have our little love language, sending each other like videos of people like biting it down a flight of stairs or off the side of a boat or like, and we just never gets old. We keep trying to one up. And so I'll send her videos of poor grandma like slipping off a curb into like a pile of snow. We stay in touch quite a bit. Yeah.
Cool.
That has to, I talk about things like about Firefly that changed my life. Pulling out an amazing lifelong friend from a project, that's a life changer.
Right. Yeah.
How else has Firefly changed your life?
Well, I think when I think about it, if we're going to stay on the subject of friends and family, I would even say our cast. But I think like the show itself was really just the seed. Like we weren't together that much. It was just sort of this thing planted. And then to watch, like now we're married and we have children and we live in different parts of the world. So I think for me, it was just sort of like that little nugget, like didn't just make a great show. I remember talking about when we were trying to promote the show. It's like, oh my God, so we have such organic chemistry. Oh my God, but it was true. I was like, no, this time it's like so true. It's like there's chemistry and you actually can't not feel it. And then sort of off screen to watch it kind of blossom into what it has become, I think that's remarkable.
Yeah, it's rare. It's definitely rare.
I like the way you describe it, the metaphor of the seed, because, have we ever been closer or loved each other more? It just grows with time.
There was that one con where we got together and drank too much. We were pretty close over that weekend.
Oh my God, we drank.
Yeah, cons have changed a great deal since we started. I was introduced to cons through Firefly. I'm pretty sure you were too.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And Nathan invited me to the first one of those. It was those English cons from that guy.
Yes.
Who ended up being
Star Fury.
Yeah.
He was another Sean, right?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And he was one of the people that got me to make Con Man, as far as the oddness that took place during those conventions. There were some specific things about the guy who took the pictures for us, who he had to keep his hand in a bucket of ice between pressing the
Froggy?
No. There's a guy that he had who
his photographer.
Okay.
Fans would come in and take portraits with us, and they would stand beside us.
Yeah.
It would go so fast, chick, come back in. There you go, and come in and check and chick. And this guy would have to say, "I'm sorry, I've got to take a break." And he had a ice bucket for champagne, and he would just lay his hand on the ice bucket and say, "I've got it's throbbing," like as if he was exerting himself in such an extreme way, and it was his finger that was clicking
his shutter finger.
His shutter finger.
I think I vaguely remember.
Oh my God, that guy made such an impression on me.
I was probably drunk.
Because that's what would happen at those old cons. We would drink a lot because there were no cameras.
Yeah, there were no cameras.
And the only camera was being worked by a guy who had a bum finger. And that was it. People didn't have, cameras weren't on phones yet. So we would do whatever I remember doing whatever the fans would ask. We'd go into those and they'd be like, "Take off your shirt and sing a song." I'm like, "Yep, all right." I did that.
Really?
No.
I've never really been much into that kind of stuff.
Well, I looked pretty good back in those days without my shirt on.
It's true.
And really, my voice was in great singing shape. But yeah, those early cons, and that was during a time when Firefly was just starting. The fans it was just growing as as a fandom, because we were only on for such a short time, it was kind of between the show and making the movie. We made that movie, Serenity.
That's true. That's true. Sean, I don't know if you remember
Wait.
that, but you were great in it.
Was I in that?
Yes.
Sean, you did a scene in that right after you get shot. You have your little speech about what you need to do, and then you finish it off with apologizing to your sister. I always tell you this. I know it always makes me cry every time.
You have told me this
every time.
Well, it's very flattering.
That's
one of those moments, though, where it's like I wasn't doing anything. It's like,
oh, you were doing so much. You were doing so much.
But as an actor, like I didn't have to really do anything.
Because why is that?
I think just the energy around me, the support around me, like Marina right there and Summer, and and I sort of liked. I don't know. Jewel was over on the bench.
Yeah.
Even Adam.
What some would say that the reason it was so effective was because Wash was just killed. But I mean, I've heard that said. I mean, I said it. I just said it. That it's it's because Wash died and the stakes were so high.
You forgot to say spoiler alert.
Charged. I don't think we can. I don't know that spoiler alert. I don't think can we say that anymore?
It's only been almost 15 years, so you have to say it. Spoiler alert.
Can I just say it's still too soon. It's definitely still too soon, but Wash did die too soon. But yes, it was a beautiful job. Beautiful work there. Because at that point, I think everybody's thinking, oh, they're all going to die. He's going to kill them all.
Yeah.
Sean, you are no longer in Los Angeles.
No, I'm in Michigan.
What do you miss about Los Angeles and the industry, the grind, as we might say? What do you miss about it?
I miss you guys. I don't miss Los Angeles.
That's fair. No, that's fair. That was my next question. What do you not miss?
Yeah. Well, I think I've never been happier here. Like I've never been happier in my life
than there where you are.
Family and house and this, for some reason, I've never felt so connected to like a state before.
Really?
Like I love the state of Michigan. Like I used to be the craziest diehard New Yorker. And now I'm like, you got nothing on Detroit. Like I love Michigan so much. So I think I can't imagine myself anywhere else. So I think that is part of it. What is it that I don't like? I think it's just so consuming my gratitude here that I don't want to go to New York. I don't want to go to LA. I don't miss any of it.
I have to imagine your love for Michigan has a lot to do with the fact that you've built a family there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Liam he started kindergarten, Sophia started third grade. We were in Venice for 4 years. The last 4 years we were in Venice.
Oh, wow.
And we sort of kind of nudged us out. And my husband grew up here, so he's one of 5, so there were like 18 cousins, at the time.
Bit of a support system there.
And so it made a lot of sense, and we took a leap of faith. And at that point, I don't know, I think I was like getting a little bit of an offer here or there. Like I had to Skype. Remember Skype?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I Skyped with a director once. So I was like, I don't have to be in LA proper anymore. Not going to lie. It did make things rather difficult for me, especially because the film incentive between the time we bought the house, renovated the house, 9 months, moved, and the film incentive was gone. The governor had gotten rid of it.
In Michigan.
So
yeah.
So then they went from like blowing shit up in downtown Detroit to like nothing.
That was a dicey time for Detroit during those years.
Yeah.
That wasn't a high time for Detroit. There was a lot of bankruptcies right?
Yeah. Yeah. But now it's like, it's on the up. You know what? Detroit right now reminds me of what Brooklyn was like when it just started to turn, when you'd see the farm to table restaurants, when you'd see the art galleries, when you'd start to see the little boutiques, when you'd start to see people sort of like flocking there, the museums, theater.
Cool.
Like there's so much in Detroit. Yeah. I mean, it's still Detroit. Like you have to kind of get in your car and go from here to there. You don't really want to be, strolling.
I had a friend who was doing a movie during that time, and how I know this about the time being a bit dicey is because they were making a movie. I think it was the Red Dawn. They remake of Red Dawn.
The remake.
Before the reshoots. they were shooting downtown and people were getting mugged in the village right there.
In Video Village.
Not at Video Village, the like where all the trailers are set up, like base camp.
Like base camp.
Thank you. Also known as the village. There's the Video Village, and then there's the village, which is base camp. Yeah, and people were getting mugged. It was a scary, dangerous place.
Yeah,
but they also made that movie. Just a little film factoid. Film factoid music, please. Film factoid. When they made the remake of Red Dawn 2, the original script was China against America. China had pulled in all of its, basically said, we've loaned you all this money. We're calling in our chips. And you don't have the money? Oh, okay, then we're just going to invade and take over your country. And they shot this whole film. And then they went to sell it and they went, you can't trash China. They're a huge theater market. You can't sell this movie. You've made a huge mistake. And so they had to go back into reshoots and say, I mean, North Korea comes and invades, which is a much bigger stretch. And I guess, I don't know, all the Chinese troops, hey, come on, he's all this. Hey, what are we looking at here? Anyway, that was your film fact from Alan.
I did not know that. Thanks.
You're
Thanks.
Now, Sean, last time we were together, we had a lovely dinner in Seattle, I want to say it was, some lovely steakhouse.
Yeah.
Every time I get an opportunity to sit next to you for approximately an hour or more, I get to dig deep with you. Now, I just want to talk parenting for a quick second, because it's something that lights you up, but something that terrifies me, just the stressful kind of nature of, for example, picking the right school.
Yeah.
For your parents, I'm just trying to get... Oh, we're the other way around. Got it. Go. Sorry.
Those kinds of things. And now, just a little more esoteric, how do you make sure your kids don't grow up to be jerks?
Assholes. Yeah. That's first and foremost. That's honestly just be a good human being. Let's start there. But how do I do it? I don't know.
Uh-oh.
We have 2 dogs now. It's so funny. We moved here. We got 2 dogs, and like something with the dogs, everyone's like, oh, it's like having children. I was like, no, it's so much harder. Like, it's so much harder for me because with parenting, like the dogs, I didn't understand like black, white, good dog, bad dog. Yes, no, that made no sense to me. With parenting, something like kicked in, like an instinct.
Oh, wow.
And I just sort of like kind of found my way. I'm fascinated by child psychology. And so even now I'm reading, books that aren't really relevant to my children anymore, but I'm fascinated by, now the concept of like reparenting, now that, childhood trauma is such a hot topic, and how we sort of can reparent ourselves if we didn't get what we needed growing up.
Oh, wow.
That's something I'm fascinated with. But like picking the right school, I don't know. I sometimes I want to punch people in their face when they say like, oh, it all, it's the right, you'll land where you're supposed to, or like, but I do believe that if I'm so blessed that we had the means to, back in LA, like, we were looking at private. So it was like, which not bad choice do we take,
right.
And then coming here, it's like, you can't make a bad choice. And I'm very, very blessed to be in that position. So I don't really like have to put too much weight on that.
So then you find a great school and you're sending your kids, you go, oh my God, we're so blessed. This is great. And we have the idea that I want to raise my kid not to be an asshole. But then you're putting them into a classroom with 25 other kids. And not everybody in the world is concerned about whether or not they're being an asshole and whether or not they're spreading that germ to their children. What is that dynamic like? You're sending your kids to a school and not all of them have the parents that are as concerned as you are.
I don't know.
Have you encountered that yet? Have you escaped this phenomenon?
Oh, yes. And it's always, I never blame the kid.
Right.
I look to the parents, and then you can understand sort of where it's coming from. But my kids are solid. I think they can sniff out assholes, and Like, especially my daughter, she never went down the path of like Popular Girls, Mean Girls, like all of that. She was always like doing her own thing. So I don't know. I just trust that they're gonna use their judgment. And there are like times where Liam will be like, "Oh, I don't want to have that kid over." He's so much when he comes over. And in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, he's a fucking little prick." But I thought you liked him. But oh yeah, you're starting to see what I see, which is like a little entitled.
Right, of course. A child who has some bad parents at home. Let's say that. Yeah.
Totally. And and then the kids, yeah, I think they sense that. And I don't know, there was a time in like 7th grade when Sophia like stood up for somebody. And
I'm so proud.
She was standing up for a bully, unfortunately.
No, she was in the lunchroom. Another parent called us and was like, "Oh my God, did you hear? That's so incredible what Sophia did today." And we were like, "What are you talking about?" And then there was a kid who was sitting alone in the lunchroom, and people were throwing stuff at him. Mm-hmm. And she got up and went and sat down next to him.
Oh my God.
And just had her lunch. And then we asked her about it. We're like, "Hey, who did you join at lunch today?" She's like, "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "You didn't know him?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "You don't know his name?" She's like, "I don't know his name."
I can just call him Stinky Pete like everybody else.
Right. And she was like, he needed someone to sit next to him.
Wow.
So that's what I did.
Man. What a great kid.
Do you have those parents who say, "Oh, well, she set up a play date with our kids," and you think, "No, thanks. We're good."
Well, we used to have so much control over that when they were younger. It was like you'd find the parents that you liked and let's get our kids together. And then it sort of turns. And now I'm in the phase of like, they're both old enough that I don't really deal with any kind of scheduling with other parents. It's like kids are just making their own thing. But yeah, it's tricky. I don't know. But going back to the waiter thing, we were always like, you put your phone down, you say please and thank you, you look them in the eye and ask for what you need, and you shake somebody's hand, you lock eyes with them. Like that was always very, very important to Paul and I. Like good old fashioned, be polite, be a good person, don't be a bystander.
Wow.
All right. Guilty pleasures.
Guilty pleasure. So you enjoy it, but while you're enjoying it, you're a little bit like, I shouldn't be enjoying this much.
Exactly.
That type of thing?
Yeah.
Guilty pleasures.
Oh, yeah.
I'll start. Guilty pleasures for me, chocolate.
Yeah.
I should not eat chocolate in general. I love it. I will eat it if I get a chance. Also, boy bands.
What?
Okay.
I shouldn't eat boy bands, and yet this morning
I got a little NSYNC in my teeth.
I just eat chocolate.
Without the guilt.
No guilt?
Without the guilt. I don't have a lot of...
Like a Nutella loaf. Like there's this place near me that makes this like a cake, essentially, with a swirl of Nutella in it. I shouldn't be eating that. I do.
Why not? Do you enjoy it?
With guilt, yes.
Oh, guilt.
But your guilt is because you've got costumes to wear and you've got things that if your weight fluctuates and you got to deal with that crap and all that.
I'm 54 years old. I could be putting a lot more healthy things into my body. Have a carrot, for fuck's sake.
True.
Carrot cake. Oh, carrot. Oh, I see. That's where the guilt comes in. Okay, yeah. All sweet things. I shouldn't eat any sweet things. I can get pre-diabetic. I get those pre-diabetic warnings. So I actually...
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, really?
I qualify for Ozempic, but now that I learned Ozempic burps exist, I don't want to do that. I'd like to lose the weight, but Ozempic burps.
Sugar for me, I guess. I don't know.
It's not healthy.
Now I feel like I'm infusing it.
Do you worry about keeping your kids off sugar? Do you worry about feeding your kids the right thing and teaching your kids good eating habits?
Yes, of course. Yes.
So where does chocolate fit in that little scenario?
I think Sean is way healthier than both of us. That's what I'm getting.
That is absolutely true. And he's eating chocolate and sugar.
He's just got it figured out.
Well, hardly, I would say.
Is it the thing about just everything in moderation? That's the thing?
The biggest thing that I figured out is that if I think I've figured it out, then I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's a good clue.
Yeah. Like if I think, oh yeah, I got it, or like, oh, I figured it out, then I'm like, it's not a good thing for me.
That's the blind spot alert that goes off.
Right.
Something's in my blind spot. I cannot see it. Can I ask you some questions about your tattoos? These are a new addition to your body.
Right.
You didn't have any of that during Firefly, right? Any tattoos?
I did not.
What's up with the tattoos? How many tattoos do you have? You like tons on your back?
Well,
do you have the Virgin Mary, the Guadalupe going down? Just like
I have. You want to know the funniest? There's school, which is a local private school. They have like boarders. 30% are boarders, and the history teacher is one of the most wonderful women. When Sophia had just started her class, Sophia came home and said, she's a huge Firefly fan, this woman. I was like, oh, cool. And I think she has the Serenity, the ship tattooed on her back. And I was like, no, those are rumors. Like, just stop that. Anyway, lo and behold, and now I know her well, and she's awesome. And she has the ship on her back,
So she took off her top in front of you. Is that a guilty pleasure?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she like that. Oh,
I love when lesbian history teachers take their shirts down for me. There it is. That's my guilty pleasure.
We have the same guilty pleasure. That's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Is this true? Somebody told me this about you, that I don't think you know him. Did you used to have a lot of piercings in your face?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Here's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
Nose, eyebrow,
septum, eyebrow, tongue, the doth, which is like the inside of the ear.
Ow!
I had nipples. I had belly button. I never went below the waist.
Oh, good.
But knew people who had. Yeah, I did that in like college, like freshman year, sophomore year. Like
the septum's really big now, and it's like everybody has that. You were way ahead of that curve.
Always. I still have dreams about my tongue ring. I miss it still to this day. It's like diagnosed with adult ADHD. Back then, what's the best fidget spinner? This little thing in your mouth going.
Yeah, that everybody. Everybody who had one of those were always just working.
Yeah. But I used to take it out, and then the professors, at NYU were like, they're like, listen, I can still hear it. It's not in your mouth, but your diction is compensating for carrying just that little bit of weight. So even when it was out, I was kind of talking a little bit like I had it in my mouth, because you had to hold it just a little bit. And so I was like, this is stupid.
That's tricky for an actor.
Yeah.
Did they all go at once when you decided you're going to back off on the piercings? Did they all go at once, or?
I was in London, and
so that's your nipple, your left nipple.
It got infected, and it was
whose left nipple hasn't got infected? But go ahead.
For some reason, that was sort of it for me, and I don't know. I just started taking them out, but then it's like years later, the septum stays open. I could like plop it right back in. And I still have the little scar from my eyebrow. But yeah,
I heard
a lot. Goodness. Wow, I never knew this.
Yeah, this is great. I would love to if you can check us out in the Patreon section. You'll be able to see pictures of no, I don't know that's not true. Pictures of John with all of his metal. You can see a picture of the infected nipple.
Attention Patreon subscribers, you can see no such thing.
Hidden talent.
Ceramics.
Really?
Whoa, are we talking you throwing clay on a wheel?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've tried it one time. That is hard to do.
Yeah. I got my first wheel. I've got a studio that I go to, got a wheel, and we're building a studio for me.
What?
Very zen, right? It just really chills and relaxes you. You're having a good time. You can focus.
Buddy, you've got such a cool life.
It's pure joy. Like when I I was like, God, I can't remember the last time I had done something for just pure joy. Like that was it. Like it just it still brings me so much joy. I love it so much. And I haven't been doing it that long, but I have a dear friend who's been doing it like for a while, and It is very hard, and apparently something just clicked with it.
How cool.
I'm very artsy. I'm very crafty. I can do a lot of things. I tried that. It was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
You need strength and control and
just to center it. Yeah, you got to I don't know if you took a class or I don't know.
No, I had a friend who's very, very good at it. He just brought a couple of us down to his studio to try out, and he just put the clay on the wheel for us and let us just do the sexy part, from Ghost.
With Patrick Swayze.
There you go. Yeah. But the rest of it, that's all the hard work. He did all that stuff for us. But I made an ashtray.
Did you?
Of course I did. Don't we all? We're making a little ashtray. But mine was special because it had like a little dish within the dish that we would keep matches in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have something like that.
You have to send me something. You have to make me something.
I'll make you something for sure.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. A candy dish that I'll never fill because that's a guilty pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
He's raising a family. He has hobbies. He's got a pottery studio. Look at this. You're like Seth Rogen. You're like Seth Rogen.
When you say you're building a studio, is it on the house?
So I don't know if you can see this. This is blue and black porcelain that I marbled together.
Oh, my God.
So,
okay.
Folks at home, I wish you could see this. This is phenomenal. I've never seen anything like this.
You're looking at a very high-end piece is what you're looking at. There's a lot of shine. This thing has been in the kiln more than once.
Yeah. I can see my face in that. Oh, wow.
Okay, there it goes.
Well, it reminds me of a Canadian bowling ball, those little small ones.
It's classy. There's a plant in it. It's got a little plant in it. That's
Hindu rope plant.
Seth Rogen wishes he could.
Oh.
No, you're very different styles of pottery.
Yeah, well, I don't smoke pot. Let's start there.
He's using performance-enhancing drugs with his pottery. Well, that's so cool, man. That's an impressive life you have built.
Yeah.
It's so full. In just the mere 21 years since we made Firefly.
Has it? Oh, my God. Has it been that long? 21?
I think so.
Didn't we just celebrate
20?
Unification Day. Happy belated Unification Day. Unification Day was the other day.
That's right.
That's the day that, is it Firefly came out? That's the day that Firefly came out.
I think so.
It was Unification Day.
Wow.
I had the saga with my nose.
Yeah, you had your...
Yeah, it's continued. I had surgery last week, so I'm a little mangled.
Another surgery.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, so you had a little bit of melanoma removed from the edge of your nose.
I had carcinoma, so I had basal cell, which is so
bad.
And so they go and they took like a significant portion of my nose off, and then what they wanted to do is take a flap of my forehead and connect it to my nose, leave it there for like 3 weeks. So then it grows into the nose, and then you go back under and they cut it and they stitch it all back up. And I said, fuck, So then they took it from my collarbone that first time. And then because it was such a gaping, I had a very large and aggressive tumor from what I hear. The graft never really took because it was collarbone on the nose, and it just, I don't know. So then I have the best surgeon. He's such a great guy. And he's like, we could do round 2. And I was like, all right. So we went in, got rid of the graft. And now because there's not like, it wasn't a massive like removal of anything, he was able to just sort of stitch it up. So now I'll have a little bit of scarring on my nose instead of...
Listen, if you need donor nose, mine is huge. I could do with a little less nose.
I have some cartilage too. I'm really wanting to gift you from my nose. Yeah.
Wear your sunscreen. Yeah.
Wear sunscreen, folks.
I was shocked.
Wow.
Well, listen, we're glad that it all worked out, and you're going to remain with us for many, many more, 21 more years to come.
For sure.
Scary. Great. They took a piece of your nose away.
I sent Jewel the picture if you want the picture.
Yeah, we want the picture.
That can also be a Patreon thing. You can see the picture of Sean and with
missing my nose.
with nose rings, and then with that piece of the nose that used to have a ring completely gone. Yeah.
And now the time has come for Let's Get to Know You Better. This is the part of the show where you tell us something we don't know about you, that maybe nobody knows this about you, Sean.
I know you and you know me. Let's get to know you better. Maybe we should have given you this as homework.
Yeah, we should have maybe not sprung
I'm
it
sure
on you.
basically 3 things have come up in your head and you're like, I can't tell you those because that's where the bodies are buried. And
well, I feel like I'm such an open book. There's not much.
There's not a lot of secrets left?
Not really.
I go like that you used to have a face full of metal.
We should have landed on that.
How about my dad was a funeral director, and I used to play hide and seek in caskets with my sister.
Whoa! Wonderful.
That'll classify. That'll fit.
Nailed it.
Wow.
Now, your dad was a funeral director. Did he do any of the embalming portions of the?
All of them, yeah. I used to.
Wow.
Yeah,
Alan is lighting up like a Christmas tree right now.
I used to, when he would, every time he would set up a wake, I would go and I would like get really close to the body and I would touch it. And,
give him a little kiss.
I was so sure every single time I was so sure it was going to move. Like, and I would just watch, like, and I walked in on an embalming.
So they kind of blink open and go, I'm faking it.
Totally.
It's for insurance money.
Yeah. I hate what they buried me in.
That's, how old were you?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. 10, 11? No, I don't know.
You had a lot of access to dead bodies back then.
Yeah, I walked in on an embalming. That's not pretty.
Not pretty. And let's talk about that. What did you see that wasn't pretty? Was the person not pretty or, what is
the whole system and the stale sort of metallic.
Were they taking the fluids out under the arm, under that?
Yes. Well, I had the angle from like if the corpse was laying this way and the head is here, I sort of came in here. So I got the top of the head and I couldn't even see. I could see arms. I couldn't see past.
The body itself.
And they were naked though. They were all totally naked.
Yeah.
And was it like, get on out of here? What are you doing?
A little bit.
Or did you say, hold this and hand you a leg?
It was my, it was just my dad because my uncle worked there as well. My dad, when he was 17, his father passed away. So he took over this funeral business when he was 17 years old.
To get the girls.
To support, to support his sisters, his 3 sisters, and his mom.
Oh, wow. Wow. So he didn't really have a choice going into it.
No.
Wow.
But business is great because people were dying to be customers.
Hey, now. That was a dad joke. Dad joke.
I've learned a couple of things about Sean that I've never known before, but this one's a shocker.
Yeah, didn't last time I saw you, I was like, I'm sober and I'm bipolar.
Yes, that was the other deep dive we went into. We were sitting next to each other at dinner in Seattle. I was like, every time I get Sean for more than an hour, I am just mouth agape going, I have just learned so much about this guy.
Man.
This wonderful, handsome hunk of a man.
Aw, shucks.
Yeah. With a hell of a life. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Yeah.
Proud of you, buddy. Congrats. Thanks for doing this so much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. And it's always just so wonderful to catch up with you and your family and say hello to your lovely husband for me. I haven't seen him in ages and ages.
I know. Well, thank you guys for having me and for
man.
And for just being you.
Bing, bing, bing.
Love you, buddy. Hello, and thank you for listening. This is Nathan Fillion. Now is the part where I read aloud the credits for our show in my best telephone voice. So, put on some headphones, lay back, and relax because this is our time. If you haven't yet, you can always head over to our Patreon to get bonus content, longer episodes, and a chance to get your hands on some incredible crap. If you loved the show, please leave us a review and feel free to tell all your friends. If you didn't love the show, now is the time for quiet contemplation. Once We Were Spacemen is a Collision 33 production. Some of the names I will mention are my favorite people in the world, and some of them have room for improvement. You know who you are. If you hear your name being read, please stand up. This show is produced by Siobhan Homan, Michelle Chapman, and Josh Levy of Collision 33. We are edited, mixed, and produced by Resonate Recordings, with special thanks to Courtney Blomquist and Adam Townsell. Our theme music is done by Carlos Sosa and Joshua Moore. Artwork by the incredible and incomparable Louis Jensen. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think he faked his accent. Until next time.
Ozempic burps.